recruiter point of view, what is this modern workforce? What are we kind of in for?
Yeah, sure. And I think you touched on it perfectly before, Natasha, when you mentioned that when we first came into sort of COVID and it was first happening around the world, we were very much in survival mode. A lot of companies were and had to react really quickly to sort of move their workforces to sort of more remote workforces, and also, sort of hiring and making decisions around hiring and when it's best to bring on people and how do we onboard people. So there's lots of challenges. And now that we've had that first stage during COVID, I think a lot of companies have learnt from that. And a lot of companies are now sort of really honing their onboarding processes to make sure that they can hire remotely. People have a good experience through the recruitment and onboarding process and feel sort of welcome from day one. So you're correct. There's a lot of companies that have a remote first workforce, which we do at New Tech People. But there's also a lot of hybrid models that are working where people are sort of having set days in the office, or choosing their days, or the company's choosing their days. So there's really a blend we're seeing. Most of our clients are either hybrid or remote first. So that brings a lot of challenges, particularly for graduates that are entering the workforce for the first time, and how they navigate that and how they put their best self forward during the interview process, how they look for jobs is changing as well, how they network and meet other professionals in their industry of choice is also changing. So there's lots of things to be learned.
And so when for the graduate students, young professionals maybe doing earlier career changes, are there any new or underutilized sort of ways of finding jobs or building relationships with potential employers now?
Yeah, definitely. I think, sort of obviously the traditional methods of job boards are still there. I think, sort of developing more of a social media presence on LinkedIn and following companies that interest them and reaching out directly to those companies. Also getting involved in the tech industry, for example, there's a lot of meetups that you can go to and meet other professionals and meet leaders of companies that you might be interested in. So there's lots of different avenues to network still in this remote world that we're living in.